Hey, what's up, boys? So in this video, we're gonna be checking out the brand new Ragna Crimson unit. This guy's a main character from the anime that he's from, and this is also the shiny variant. All A stats except for his range, which is S-, which is pretty cool. So I think you guys are gonna like this guy a lot. Very strong unit and very quick. Also available from the Battle Pass. But anyways, boys, before we get into it, here's a quick shout out to my members. Also, join the Discord. Link is in the description. We play anime adventures a lot over there, and I think you'll have fun over there. So go into the description, join it, and I'll see you over there. All right, let's check him out. Oh man, such a nice view. It's quite comical, not gonna lie. All right, Ragna Crimson from the anime Ragna. I can English, I promise. He has a placement cap of 3, and he costs 1,350 yen to place. Level 100, and he's currently tradeless, so this will be about as base as what we possibly can get. On placement, he does 9,373 damage. He has an SPA of 5.6 seconds, and he has a range of 21.7 studs, which is pretty cool. He also has crits, which I haven't seen a good crit unit in a long time, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, upgrade 1, he goes from 9,373 damage to 18,747 damage. His SPA stays the same at 5.6 seconds, but he gains roughly about a 2 stud increase, increasing his range to 23.9 studs. This upgrade costs 2,000 yen. Upgrade 2, he goes from 18,747 damage to 27,340 damage. His SPA stays the same at 5.6 seconds, and its range increases to 25 studs exact. This upgrade costs 3,000 yen. Upgrade 3 is when things start getting fun. On upgrade 3, his damage goes from 27,340 points to 31,246 points. His SPA does stay the same at 5.6 seconds, but his range increases to 27.2 studs. This upgrade costs 3,500 yen, and he gains the ability Silver Bombs. And he goes from Splash AoE to Line AoE, which is pretty cool, actually. Starlia was basically entirely Splash AoE. This guy is Line AoE too, which is very cool. Upgrade 4, he goes from 31,246 damage to 46,869 damage. His SPA drops down a little bit to 5.1 seconds, and his range increases to 28.3 studs. This upgrade costs 5,000 yen. Upgrade 5, he goes from 46,869 damage to 62,492 damage. His SPA stays the same at 5.1 seconds, but his range increases to 30.4 studs. This upgrade costs 7,700 yen. Upgrade 6, he goes from 62,492 damage to 140,000 damage. His SPA does jump up to 7.9 seconds, but his range increases to 32.6 studs. This upgrade costs 9,000 yen, and he also gets the ability Spirit Sword. And he goes from Line AoE to Splash AoE, but that is a huge radius. So he's only got 2 more upgrades left, but if you've noticed, up until now, all of his upgrades have been underneath 10,000 yen, which is very good. Very cheap unit to upgrade, but let's continue. Upgrade 7, he goes from 140,000 damage to 195,000 damage. His SPA stays the same at 7.9 seconds, and his range also stays at 32.6 studs. So basically, upgrade 7 is entirely a damage upgrade, but this upgrade costs 12.5 thousand yen. And upgrade 8, he goes from 195,000 damage to 234,000 damage. His SPA drops down a little bit to 7.4 seconds, but his range stays the same at 32.6 studs. And this upgrade costs 20,000 yen. Bit of a massive jump in the last 2 upgrades for price, but he is still a really good unit. Very cheap, kind of fast on placement. So yeah, I mean, not a bad unit overall. Hey, just jumping in here real quick to say that if you're enjoying the video, then make sure to not only like it, but also subscribe for more. I've got a bunch more anime adventures videos planned, so you guys are not gonna wanna miss them. So make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos. And live streams and shorts too, since I make those as well. Anyways, back to the video. All right, let's go ahead and get the 4 Irwins down and check out the Irwin buff. By the way, in case you guys want to know on how to do the Irwin buff, I will leave a link to the video later on, so make sure to go check it out. Oh yeah, I completely goofed it up. I was too busy talking. I guess you could say the only buff part about me is my mouth. All right, the Irwin buff is active, and with the max Irwin buff, 100%, or I guess you could say it's ×2 roughly damage. Ragna does 468,000 damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage. 468,000 is pretty good, but obviously we can do a little bit better since we have Griffin over here. So let's go ahead and activate the Griffin buff and get him upgraded. And with the Griffin buff active, Ragna does 703,000 damage. That's very good. He's not meta, but he is still very, very good. So do keep in mind that he does have a placement cap of 3. So if we get all 3 of these guys down and upgraded so we can show off their anarchy, then yeah, obviously we're going to be carrying since this is This is literally Namek. This is like the easiest map. So 703,000 damage every 7 seconds roughly. Yeah, that's pretty good, boys. So unlike Starlia, he might not be as good for AFKing since he's a little bit slower, but you could make it work if you absolutely needed to. Faster units are always going to be better for AFKing since you don't have to worry about upgrading them nearly as much, but he is still going to be very good for it if you had no other option. And one more thing, this guy is the shiny variant. Ain't that cool? So anyways, boys, if you guys need a really good unit, then make sure to go check out Ragna. He's available in the battle pass at tier 50, so if you can, get him and use him because he's very good. By the ways, if you have not checked out my Irwin and Wendy buffing video yet, then make sure to go watch it by clicking on it right here. This video is very important and you need to know how to do this since the buffs will help you out in all stages. So go learn how to do it by clicking on it right here. Dismissed.